Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Up is down, down is up.
Mm-hmm. Black is white. Dogs and cats living together. Total pandemonium.
Perfect harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect chaotic harmony.
Yeah, but no, well, now that we're all settled here, and actually
Yes.
I can hit the record button, Derek can tell everyone all about his experience at AEW Dynamite Beach Break.
Yeah.
Name show.
We're gonna
Always important.
pretend like I didn't just talk for 10 minutes like I thought we were recording.
Yeah, and it's not like Derek jumped into the Discord call, immediately started telling us all the things that happened to him.
I was excited.
Yeah.
I was excited. You know, sometimes like you go to a show and days later you're still primed from it. So
Yeah.
so this week in wrestling was pretty great overall, boys. But I gotta say, AEW kind of stole the week.
I mean, that's definitely the live experience, just weighing the scales a little bit more in their favor. But
A little bit.
I mean,
There was some great stuff on WWE too.
there was some great stuff, but more importantly, like the actual in-ring stuff, though, AEW always takes it.
Yes, and Dynamite was no different. Oh boy, was Dynamite a great show.
Oh yeah.
I will admit, I did not stay for Collision though,
Okay.
because Collision started recording like just after 9, and
Okay.
like 9:15, 9:30, and we were exhausted because I had to be up at 5.
You got to be up early, and let's face it, it's hard to be on your feet for that long at a show, keeping the energy levels up, dude. It just is.
I had no voice Thursday. I could barely talk Thursday with how much I yelled. You can actually hear me yell in the recording for Dynamite because of how loud I was.
Yeah.
I actually overpowered people. Oh, and you can't see it now. Well, you can kind of still see it. There's a little ring right there on my hand. I started a clap fest, and I clapped so hard that I burst a vessel in my hand, and I was bruised.
Derek, you're keeping the business alive.
Dude, let me tell you, there was some great matches. Even the dark matches that, for the pre-show, if you got in a little early, were awesome. They were having fun with them though. These were obviously dark matches before Dynamite started, but honestly, I got to give it to AEW. They know how to give you an experience, boys.
And also in the news this week, I mean, you're gonna have an opportunity to go multiple times because they're doing the residency at the Aragon.
Yes, they are. I'm already in the works of seeing if I can go to multiple days, but at the very least, I'm going to one. It's going to be a Dynamite show for sure, and I'm hoping that AEW will get back to me in a quick enough fashion so I can get some press passes this time.
Yeah.
Not their fault this past time. That was my fault. I emailed them a little too late for them to be able to do anything about it. But they were nice enough to still get back to me on stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get in early fashion and I'll be able to have press passes next time. But I did get to see a few wrestlers and some referees up close and personal for a moment. I just didn't take any video because it was kind of in the moment. So, but yeah, Dynamite, amazing show. Like I said earlier, I don't know if it was part of the broadcast or not.
No, it was not.
I don't remember. It was at the Now Arena in Hoffman Estates, and which is a great arena, by the way. So Hoffman Estates, kudos to you. And Now that place was great. Granted, obviously smaller than a lot of the venues that WWE does, but honestly, I feel like it makes it better.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge difference between a packed, smaller house and a big arena that only has 4,000 people in it, when it seats 20.
Yeah, not only that, I feel like you're getting the cream of the crop when it comes to fans that are coming to see, and it's more affordable. I'm not gonna lie, that is a big selling point for me. We've brought this up on a few different episodes at the very least about how WWE is just not affordable to go to.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with everybody right now. Yes, Saturday night's main event and Raw and a couple other shows are gonna be in Tampa this upcoming weekend. That I am not going to because even the nosebleed seats are over $250.
Yep.
And it's like a 3-hour drive for me. So like,
Oh yeah.
it's not worth it. It just isn't.
Like that's not even a day trip. Like that's a couple day trip minimum that you have to end up doing. So you have to like, we're old boys, we're old heads. So like we got to like recharge our batteries. We can't just keep going forever.
Well, it's not only that, but like by the time the show gets done, then I gotta like drive back that like 3 hours plus, or get a hotel. Those are the only options.
Right, and hotel would be the more feasible one in many ways because you're tired.
Yeah.
Like if you were like a 20-something again, like yeah, sure, drive home the 3 hours, whatever, just suck it up. But hell no, not doing that nowadays. Shit, I didn't feel back to near 100%, like, or at what I would consider close to 100% for me, which is like 40% at all times, till Friday after this show.
Yeah.
So,
although now that I'm realizing it, I totally did that exact move to go see AEW Dynamite 200 because it's in the same arena. I just realized. But we got a hotel room, so we just crashed in Tampa for the night.
Yeah. It proves my point further.
Yeah, but it wasn't $200 a ticket that time.
No.
Yeah.
So for me and Christina, because we got a deal through AEW for like basically getting a pack, like two seats at once. It came out to about $55 a seat.
Yeah, and you were on the floor.
We were on the floor.
Yeah.
Granted, we weren't right in front of the main camera, but if they did record the dark shows, the dark matches, you will see my dumbass not only walk through the camera stupidly when they asked us to duck, but then also block like 4 of the like big lights.
Yeah.
With my big old dome, my JD sized dome.
What's this bald shadow in the ring?
Yeah, man. They were like, "Oh God, it's Batman." No, it's Bald Man.
Yeah. Something else that you got to experience that folks, watching at home never get to see is just how good Justin Roberts is with the crowd in between like commercial breaks and stuff and matches. That dude is so goddamn charming, isn't he?
That man had all of us eating out of his hands. We were forgetting we were doing commercial breaks.
Yeah.
It was insane. No joke. Like commercial breaks for AEW tend to be about 1.5 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes, depending on where you're watching.
Yeah.
I guess, but right around 1.5 minutes. And that man ate up every freaking second of it, and you didn't even realize. You didn't even realize it. And then he would count down for the next one to begin when we would go back on air. It was beautiful. That man is a fucking professional.
Oh yeah, no, like top tier.
Professional.
I remember when we were at the show. Somebody who was insanely over was one of the, I think it was Bob on the ring crew. Like people were going ape shit for that dude for no reason. We just decided that night that like, no, he's our favorite person.
Is he the one with the long hair and like the, like, do you have a beard? Like a long beard? Yeah, he still works for AEW. Yeah, he did get shouted out. Okay, so that's who that guy was, because I didn't know. I was like, what? Who's Bob?
Yeah, he's just a favorite. I don't know how it happened or why. It's never come across on TV. I don't know how like the word spreads about him, but everybody just loves him.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got there, I want to say, we got there about 6 o'clock, like just after 6. Show they started letting people in at about 6:30, and then well, you were able to get in before technically, I guess, if you, because I think there was 2 sets of tickets. I think there was tickets for people who like were doing something extra, like VIP type stuff, and then there was like all of us regular people. So there was some people already inside by the time we got to go in, but it was nice. It was nice and easy. Parking was super easy. Security was super awesome, super nice the entire time. Every single security officer that I came across was awesome. So whichever company that is for like Hoffman Estates or Chicago, or even if it's just Now Arena's security staff, like kudos, like that was great. The getting in quick and easy. And again, everybody's super nice. And then like the outer ring that you get at all of these arenas, where the merch stands are, the food vendors are, bathrooms and all that.
That's where the churro cart always is.
Yeah. Well, the layout was amazing. And so if any of you have been listening for a while, back in December of 2024, I went to the WWE live show at up in Chicago. And I had a blast. It was a ton of fun, like being the CEO and everybody. But there are major differences between AEW's like outer ring of stuff and WWE's. Like, no joke. Food vendors, you can't blame food vendors on either company. That's arena. That's arena stuff. But on both ends, it was very orderly to get food and stuff at both places. The merch is where the differences lie. So at the WWE live show, there was merch stands, don't get me wrong, like every few hundred feet or so. But there was like no rhyme or reason to how you went up to the person to order or try and buy something. Like, it was just shove your way through. Not with AEW. No, neat, orderly, and efficient. Like, dear Lord. Like, if I had patience to stand in a line, I would have bought something. I just don't like lines. So,
look, the visual I have in my head right now is WWE is like the old 80s movies of the stock exchange, was just some guy in the back shouting like,
oh my God, you were so right. Because like at one of the stands, the guy was yelling at everyone, that like the owner of the little stand, and he had 3 different towels at the WWE one just to wipe his face off constantly. Whereas at this one, it was just, oh, hey, how can I help you? Oh, you want that belt? All right, here, it's this much. Okay, next. Yeah, what do you need? Yeah, it was like night and day difference. It was insane.
I wonder if that has to deal with like the actual like merch contracts that they have, because WWE outsources all their merch like production to Fanatics. So I wonder if there's because in AEW they use the local guys in Chicago, 1 hour tees.
Yeah.
Or and like I think it's the actual offshoot, like Pro Wrestling Tees. Now I think they're a separate entity, but like whatever, like they do all their stuff through them. So I wonder if it's just like company difference, like the actual like people producing the merch are running the stands, or if there's actually people from the company running those stands. I don't know.
Well, if it's a contract type deal that they're doing, great contract. You find a great company to work with. AEW. Yeah. WWE, you could do some work, because a lot of your dudes, like after the show, were just scalping the shirts and stuff outside at the arena when everybody was trying to leave, and just walking in front of everyone and making someone like me who wants to go home have to sit in a line for 2 hours trying to leave the arena.
That brings me to my next question. Yeah. How was leaving this arena? Because there was the shenanigans last time. Under a minute. Oh, nice.
And I wasn't, and mind you, yes, I didn't stay for Collision. A lot of people did not. Because they were tired too. They had kids and stuff. They all needed to go to bed. Yeah. Under a minute. It was so efficient. It was just literally like pull out, go into the line, and the line never stopped moving. It just went. And then
beautiful.
You have to, and you got to choose to go one way to get out over by the AEW trucks, which is where we went, because it took us on the back roads to get out. Because luckily, like 47 goes right up by this area. And we decided to not take highway home, because at that time of night, like 47's fine.
This is hyper local information.
Yes. So Route 47 is just it's a major thoroughfare, I guess, but it basically gets its name from being the 47th mile marker on Route 90. Yeah. On Interstate 90.
Is that true?
Yes. It's literally true.
I know you can take it up to Wisconsin.
Yes, because it's the 47th mile marker where it meets 90 and it passes right through. It might have had a name prior to 90 being made, but it's 47. Yeah. And it's really funny because when you get on to 90 from 47, you see the 47th mile marker as you're getting on. So, and it's all big.
Yeah, hyper local history lesson for
hyper local history lesson. Yeah, but leaving was easy, super easy and efficient. And again, security was super nice there too, because there was a couple people who were confused on exiting out, and they just got them on their way immediately, and there was no pause for the line. Like, they just walked with the car and let them know. Like, it was amazing.
Perfect.
The few people that I got to meet were really awesome too. A lot of the like backstage kind of crew.
Yeah.
Who kind of let me know the ins and outs of doing press stuff a little bit better. So thank you to all you guys that I talked to. And then also, I did get to meet Aubrey Edwards.
Hell yeah. Aubrey's dope.
And Aubrey is one of my most favorite refs of all time. I feel like she really, really makes the boys in the reffing world run for their money because goddamn can she count.
Yeah,
she's amazing. Though.
Chelsea Green getting counted out on her watch.
Nope, not on her watch. But she was really nice and sweet. I only got to talk to her for a second because she was actually packing up her stuff because she had to work.
Yeah.
So she was part of the pre-show stuff to meet, and she might have done something like during Collision or just after. I don't know because I wasn't there for that. But she's really nice. She's really sweet, and you can tell she just loves her job.
Oh yeah,
she just loves her job.
She's also one of the ones I believe does some of the community outreach with like AEW Heels or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But the show itself, I guess we should actually talk about the show
we should talk
itself.
about the show itself. Yeah. Opening up right off the bat, we had Hangman and Will Ospreay teaming up against Konosuke Takeshita and Josh Alexander in a fucking rad banger of a fucking match.
This match fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. The storytelling was enough for me. And I still got a banger of a match on top.
Like, we've talked before about how there's like, you know, the can they coexist? Trying to set up with all of these tag matches that, you know, you see for, you know, sowing dissent or setting up a match in the future and, you know, shenanigans like that. There's a good and bad version of everything. Usually we get the bad version of this. This was the good version of can they coexist as a tag team, right?
Not only that, but it sets it up perfectly for a rivalry run down the road. For whichever path or both paths, if they want to take both. Because you can do both with how they did this that night. Even from the stands, like, you got to give it to Hangman. Like, I talk about a lot about how he really sells, like, his like promo work and stuff like that. God damn, when you watch it live, like, you believe he's crazy. you believe it. Like, okay, so he looked at me, or like in my general direction. I shouldn't say directly.
Yeah.
But he looked in like our general spot. It felt like he was pierced my soul with those fucking eyes. Like, it was weird. Like, he like looked direct. Like, I thought he looked directly at me.
It felt like that, yes.
Because I felt a burning sensation in my chest. like something was burning through my clothes. That man has piercing vision.
He does.
And Ospreay, goddamn,
he's
the man
insane.
The man's a machine. I got to give it to both of them. They worked really well together. Especially again, I love the storytelling of wrestling. I don't know if you night shifters have noticed this or not, but
no shit.
I love the wrestling, yes, but the storytelling is usually my favorite part of it. I'm such a soap opera queen. But freaking Ospreay goes for a hidden blade.
Yeah.
And gets this fucking close to Hangman's freaking face and neck, and he's just piercing eyes right into him.
Daggers right through him.
Oh my God. Everybody either went quiet or gasped in that moment. Just for that split moment. You could just feel his energy, dude. It was crazy. That dude, he just, I don't know what it is. It's like he tapped into some like inner craziness, and it's now just him. Like
I think we are finally getting to the point. I'd say probably like a year from this point right now is when the conversation needs to happen. Is Hangman Adam Page the greatest wrestler of all time?
Honestly, there's an argument to be had at the very least, and not a small argument. in my opinion, a very big one, because the man just like he has a way of selling things, obviously, for the people that are giving him bumps.
Mm-hmm.
But even when bumps aren't being taken, the man steals the spotlight. Like it's crazy. Because Ospreay's amazing. Ospreay uses a lot of his finesse and everything. He's got great Riz too. You know, nothing against his Riz. It's just I feel like Hangman's on a different level than everybody that was in that ring when it comes to selling to the audience.
He's got like high marks across the board on everything. Like character-wise, nailed, 100%. Like you can't knock him for anything he does character-wise. And ring performance, another top marks. He does everything to an exceptional level. Selling, bumping, executing moves, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The space in between the moves. In-person promos, top marks again. Like the dude he's got range. He's got like, he can actually act, you know?
Yeah. He's like what The Rock wanted to be back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like right before the cusp of like where you start seeing The Rock being in Hollywood and everything.
Yeah.
Like Hangman has all of those right pieces. If he wanted to do Hollywood, he could, like very easily. The man has range. You are correct.
Yeah. And
it's crazy.
I mean, we got some great moments like before even like the start of the match, like Hangman coming out, signing that kid's shirt. Like last week we saw him like smile for the first time in like forever. And then this week we get like sign the kid's shirt. And there's a great story that they're building with Will and Hangman right now, where it's very clearly, it's not like the usual like blood hatred feud that you get when there's a rivalry. Instead, no, this is a competition between these two guys who want to be the champion of the company, but more importantly, they want to be the face of the company. You know, they're out there trying to like, Will called him out on it. He's like, I'm the one doing media calls. I'm the one making appearances. I'm the one, you know, meeting kids and like families and, you know, shaking babies and kissing hands, you know, like he's doing all of the things. Why, like, you got to step up. And this is like the start of it. This is how we build these two of like, it's not like I fucking hate you. It's like, no, I deserve the spot because I should be the guy. I should be the face for both of them.
It's very much a Batman and Superman thing, like who's the real leader of the Justice League kind of deal. But unfortunately, Batman isn't as hardcore as Hangman, so it's more apt if you were to be like Captain America and Punisher trying to have it out on who's going to be the leader of the Avengers. Like that would be a closer example.
Okay, yeah.
Just because of how crazy Hangman actually is. And it can't be denied that sometimes he can't stop himself. I don't think, boys, for one instance anymore, now that I've gone to a live show, I no longer believe it's just a game and it's kayfabe for Hangman sometimes. I think that craziness is real. It's real, and he can't control it anymore. Something happened when he burned that fucking house down that changed him.
Look, people forget that back in the day, like when he earned the nickname Hangman back in like, you know, early days, motherfucker came out with a noose around his neck. Okay.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
He's always been a terrifying individual. He's just reached a new level.
It's just this new level is like now it's reaching the point of, is this kayfabe? Is it?
Yeah, then that's not to take anything away from Ospreay because he's also a crazy son of a bitch. I mean, he did a Spanish fly off the top of a steel cage. Let's not forget.
Dude, and no joke, in this match too, he did some crazy maneuvers that you need to be pinpoint precise with to be able to not only sell it, but to not hurt the other person.
I mean, you already mentioned the hidden blade that came like centimeters to Hangman's throat, but how about the buckshot hidden blade at the end for the finish? Like both of them just prime, like they were on the exact same millisecond. They were moving like perfectly in sync in that moment.
It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful to watch. It's like watching like a machine start up for the first time that you built yourself, and you're seeing all the pieces work and nothing's messing up. Like it was just perfect. It was beautiful. And it really sold that idea that if they wanted to take a run where these two are actually maybe not a tag team, but like on the same side in like going up against, let's say, like Mox and the Death Riders or something, you could sell that really hard now if you want to go that route.
No, I could be sold on the Cowboy Assassins like nothing. Like that's nothing. Like I would do that right now. Are you kidding me? I would
seriously.
I would take them as an actual threat to the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed. Even with someone who potentially may or may not have been able to join the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh well, that's coming up later. But
that
first,
is coming up.
Derek, you got to see the legend himself, Zach Gowen, going up against Ricochet, getting his ass beat by a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
So this might be where you first start hearing, because I was cheering for Zach hard freaking core, dude. The dude's a beast.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to him. Like, one-legged or not, the man can sell.
He's a 20-year vet.
Well, I know, but I'm just mean like in the aspect of like sell that he can do it with one leg, like. And you got to give it to Ricochet too, because he sold his part amazingly well.
There was
super
a
cocky,
perfect moment in this match. Like there is no other way that you could execute this without any other wrestlers, but literally Ricochet going for the sharpshooter or the four-figure leg lock, and then being like, "Oh wait, he only has one leg. How do I?"
Oh my god!
And then the realization setting in, and just being like, "Shit, there's no other way for me to."
3 tries it took him to figure out, like, maybe I can't do this.
Yeah.
But goddamn, can Zach take a goddamn bump, dude? And he can give them. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There was a good portion of this where I actually thought Zach was going to take it. It just felt like Ricochet was playing very well into the most of my movesets don't work on him. Like,
what do I do?
How do I handle this guy? And not only that, Walsh, you missed it too. I don't know. Did you watch the show?
No.
No? Okay. Zach freaking gets down on all 3s. And
God damn it.
Sorry. My boy Ricochet, we're bald together.
Yeah.
And my boy's getting a lot of hate. I got to stand up for him a little bit. But Zach gets down on all 3s, and he decides, I'm going to go, like, just animal on him. And he's, like, running around on all 3s, and it was actually terrifying. It was terrifying to watch. I would have been scared, too, because I think for a moment Ricochet was legitimately... I think he quickly got that back under control. But you could see there was a moment on his face. He was like, oh, dear Lord, I'm about to get attacked by the Exorcist.
Dude, there was so much... Like, this is one of those things that, like, on paper, you're like, how does this work? And then they, day of, they're like, this is how you do it. And it was fantastic. I also loved Ricochet getting blasted with the prosthetic leg. Yep.
Dude, like, that one-legged moonsault that Zach
beautiful.
Did. I legit looked at Christina. I was like, "There's no fucking way. He's not. He's not gonna. Oh, he's doing it.
He did it. How?
And it was pinpoint. It was fucking pinpoint. God damn, was this a great match? This match fucked.
Yeah.
For what it was, just to give some props to Zach and everything, and show that anyone can wrestle, even despite some setbacks in their life, whether it be physical or not.
No.
You can put on a great show and you will be cheered on for it, because I don't think I heard a single person boo him.
Fuck no.
Nor did I hear a single person like call out anything mean about it, other than Ricochet, obviously.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And I was standing right next to a guy who like realized some of my favorite wrestlers and started saying some crap against them. Going back to the previous match though, because I did say something to this guy actually. What's his face? Oh God, Josh Alexander.
Yeah.
He called him Perk Angle. I was like, it's Kurt.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that anymore.
Yeah, he would appreciate it if you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
dude,
this
live
match
show
was great, man.
Fucking crowds are great. When I I remember at the AEW show I went to last, there was a dude cursing out Takeshita in Japanese the entire time he was in the ring. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
The guy next to me was calling Ricochet bald the whole time, which I'm okay with. Yeah, he's bald. Because I was yelling out Tato Shay. You might hear me say Tato Shay at some point when it went quiet.
Yeah.
But you got to see Zach's kids and everything. Freaking Ricochet was mocking his children.
Yeah.
Like, it was a banger of a match, man. Like, I feel like this honestly, really, in my opinion, propelled Ricochet up even more as like a wholesome fucking heel. Because like,
oh yeah, no, he's found himself in this heel character, and it's just every week he's doing, like, he has been featured consistently since he made the jump to AEW, and since he discovered this, there's no stopping it. It's just gets better every fucking week. I don't know how he's doing it.
Oh god.
At the immediate after the match, just blasting him with a spirit gun again just to be a prick.
Oh man, and the funny part is like that portion of it I had to watch on the Jumbotron because it was out of my line of sight. Because where I was sitting, audience, if you want to look for me, when the cameraman's facing directly towards the announce desk and looking at the announcers, I am a 45-degree angle behind them and to the left of what the camera's facing.
Yeah, you're like over Taz's like right shoulder.
Yes.
Yep.
No, left shoulder. No, right shoulder. No, you're right. Right shoulder. Yeah. Sorry. I'm mixed up.
Derek's over here doing the left and the right. Like,
Hey, you got to do the hands. All right. This one makes the L.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The L and the R. Yeah. But I think I'm more visible because I'm visible with some of the faraway cameras. You can see my bald freaking head and me constantly bringing my sign back down because I keep thinking I'm going to get onto the main Jumbotron, and it's really hard to get a camera to look our way because okay, so in our section, this is not AEW's fault at all. This is people who just wanted to sit on the floor and didn't have floor seats, or were sitting in the wrong portion of the floor seats. But in our section, they had to kick people out for half of the show.
Yeah.
Because people were not in the right seats. And then people would whine because they're like, no, it's the right number. It's like, yeah, but it's the wrong section. You got the right number.
Any event in any arena or anything?
Now, not to lay blame on them solely, because when we first got there, there was two guys in our seats that were sitting in the wrong spots. We sat in the seats in front of our seats. But the moment that we turned around and saw that they were gone, we went to our seats.
Okay.
We didn't need people to tell us because it's not fair for someone to not be able to sit in their seats. But I think that's part of the reason why they didn't pop a camera in our direction a lot, was because there was constantly people fucking standing.
Yeah, maybe.
Out in the middle. Otherwise, they just hated me. And I'm just going to say it out there, out and loud.
Derek is a victim.
I'm a victim. I'm a perpetual victim.
Yeah. Oh, God. Speaking of victims, though, we had Hurt Syndicate going up against Top Flight, and just, fuck, dude. Look, yeah, it was a little short, but it was kind of perfect. Because Top Flight coming out the gates, just burning super fucking hot, being like, we gotta do as much as we can, as fast as we can, before they can catch up and just brutalize us. My God, Bobby and Shelton are just so fucking beastly. I love it.
You think they're beastly while looking at them on camera. In person. In person. Bobby Lashley looked right at me. And this isn't one of those like he might have looked at me. No, he saw me. Because I think also Ricochet saw my sign, because on one side of my sign it said I'm the bald one on the Night Off pod, and I had bald, real bold. And Bobby Lashley saw that for sure. And I don't think he could read my sign other than the word because he did not have a happy look on his face. And I was afraid for a good minute or two that he might actually come to me and ask me some questions.
I'm gonna feel that tap on my shoulder and just God, panic.
Yeah, because Shelton Benjamin, also a very big man.
Yes.
Very big man. He also, I know, saw my sign. But that man has better vision because I think he could read it because he smiled. So
there are two things you don't want, and that is an angry Shelton Benjamin and a smiling Bobby Lashley, because that's trouble for either one of you.
Yeah. Also, never call Bobby Lashley ever.
No, don't
just
do that.
don't do that. But they're huge. They're scary.
Yeah.
I had a good like 20 feet of distance between me and them, maybe 25. They didn't get smaller.
This wasn't Lord of the Rings forced perspective changing the size. No, they're that big.
They're huge. They're huge. And I felt bad for Top Flight in this match. This was definitely a squash.
Oh, yeah.
This match ended so quickly, MVP had to talk extra. Because
he went to commercial.
Did it go to commercial with him talking?
No.
I don't
had it
know.
timed perfectly for that on TV. Like, he actually did that. But before we get to like the after that though, I gotta we gotta put over Bobby Lashley catching Dante Martin mid suicide dive and just yeeting him into the ring post. Face first.
Walsh, you have no idea. This kid flew. And I'm not talking like he did this light little jump like over to do a suicide dive. No, he gave it all. He went. Like, this kid went. And Bobby Lashley caught him like he was a piece of He did not bend at all to the force that was thrusted upon him in the suicide dive. He stood like a brick wall. He did not move. It was insane. And then he just like throwing a log or something, a little log, just throws him into the ring post. And Beaker just didn't recover. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to be fair. It just you gotta sell that, real or not.
Oh, I was gonna say, Alex, when it comes to the Hurt Syndicate, after watching a live show, they really like to hurt people. That was a real hit. You could hear his head hit it. His hand didn't block it. That was his head. He was bleeding.
I know, and God, it's gonna be so great because like, then we're getting to get. So Leo Rush and Action Andretti came out after the match to challenge them, and then they got interrupted by Dustin Rhodes and Sammy. So they're gonna tee them off against each other so they could have a new challenger. Both compositions for either one challenging is fantastic in my opinion. Crew, Action Andretti and Leo Rush, they're great fucking stooging. They've got the speed in order to do like the same thing they did with Top Flight. That's something that you can repeat ad nauseum with Hurt Syndicate. They can just do the fucking Road Warriors run, and I have no problems with it. Dustin and Sammy, same deal. Like, you've got like Sammy being the speed component, and you've got Dustin as like the old vet who's a little bit more wily and can try and like get more cunning and like trick them up and whatever. Doesn't matter. They're perpetually over because Dustin's awesome. He's in that fucking like fountain of youth stage of his career where it's like, you're that old, you shouldn't be able to do that shit. But them mixing it up with the tag team division, love it. Fucking great. Personally, I kind of hope it's Leo Rush and Action Andretti going forward, because that's just too much fun. It just is.
So I think that's where we part ways, even though I do agree that they're fun. Nothing against them. I feel like it's gonna not be them that end up taking on Hurt Syndicate. It's gonna be what's his face and Dustin.
Yeah, Sammy.
Sammy, thank you. I feel like it's gonna end up, they're gonna do belt v belt, and both belts will be on the line. And I feel like Hurt Syndicate will come out double belt holders for a short time.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good way to go. I want more build up to that though.
Yeah, I know, I agree. I just think it's the obvious route to take, and I'm hoping they don't go that way, because I would like to see Crew be the ones to take Syndicate, because it'd be fun to see like a wily comedic kind of group overcome, kind of like how Chelsea overcame and was able to take be the inaugural champ for the U.S. Championship, though. By the way,
Yeah.
so because it'd be fun.
Yeah,
I just feel like it might go that obvious route.
it probably will go that obvious route. But obvious aside, we had what we really anticipated, and that was the Hurt Syndicate voting whether or not to have MJF inducted into the Hurt Syndicate. And a great bit of character work leading up to this was Renee interviewing MJF backstage prior to this, being like, you know, what are you gonna do if they say no? And he has that moment, like it's never crossed his mind that they would say no and what would happen to him.
Yeah, okay, so none of you got to see this, okay, because this was not on camera for you guys. While that promo's playing, we're all watching. MVP is calling a vote for all of us on whether or not to kill MJF.
Yeah, they made mention of it from the commentary team when we came back from commercial.
Yes. This went on the entire time. Bobby was begging people to vote no the entire time and was laughing every time people changed their votes. I was one of them who changed my vote.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin, let the audience believe that he was going to vote no for all of us in house.
Yeah.
Right before commercial break, he was like, "You want me to vote no? Okay, I'll vote." And then he'll obviously hit a big old grin on his face and voted yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that entire time, MVP asking what they should do to MJF while we're voting, and coming up with different scenarios of what might be done to this man.
That's so great, and it does lead in well to like them actually doing the vote. And gotta put over Shelton and Bobby once again, because Bobby milked the hell out of that thumb for so long, and he didn't lose me at any point in that. The crowd was fucking loving it, as you can attest to. But even more so, I was dying at Shelton just behind MJF, just looking like he's ready to take his fucking head off with a fucking kick the second that thumb dropped.
Oh man. Okay, so were you able to feel the Burberry scarf get grabbed extra tight?
It looked like it. It looked like
okay. It looked like it. You could feel it when he did that.
Yeah.
Like you could feel the energy leave MJF for a moment. Like,
yeah.
He played it so well. I got to give him so much credit for this, because the fear that he had in that moment was palpable. You could taste it. It had that like urine and like just testosterone, endorphins and everything in the air, because pissing himself. But Bobby, man, he never let it fully go down or fully go up for a bit. He milked that perfectly, where it's just like smile, angry, smile, angry. It was perfect. I loved it. It was so good in house. So good in house.
And like, you know, he gets the thumbs up, and the insane elation on MJF on his face, him running around, hitting all the corners, just celebrating like he just won the world championship. My God, was that fantastic.
He's like, I hurt people. I hurt people.
We hurt people. God. And they gave us more to look forward to, because later on in the show, we got the backstage segment with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate being like, I just got to have my lawyer look over the contract, and we're going to do the contract signing next week. Like,
contract? What contract?
Yeah. Which is great bit of lore, because they actually did set up that, you know, Hurt Syndicate have their own fucking lawyer too. A couple weeks ago now, at this point, I think is when they introduced him. But yeah, they've got me hooked on this storyline. It's so right, you know?
Yeah, I feel like MJF is not going to join at the I feel like we're going to get a lawyer v.
Mark Sterling in the ring again in that fucking unitard with like the long sleeves underneath it. Yeah, do it.
Yep. I feel like this is inevitable, because they have so much to milk from this story.
Yeah.
That you might as well just like kill the cow by milking it so much. You just do it, because I have been hooked on this every week now. Like, whether or not MJF was going to join.
I mean, it's insane to think that we've never had this version of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin working together with MVP so well before. Like, I don't know how they didn't tap into this, back in their WWE days. Like, you can put these guys in so many different situations and it just fucking works.
Yeah. Wasted the talent there when they were at WWE for both of them.
I mean, Bobby was champ for a time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but it just wasn't a good use of him.
They wouldn't even let him talk.
Yeah.
Like, he did, like, after he was champ, he did, 3 promos in, like, the 5 years he was still there after that? Like,
I don't know. And there was the whole, cuck storyline with him and Lana and Rusev. And just fucking weird. Speaking of weird, championship eliminator,
beat me to it.
Toni Storm, Azumi, Mina Shirakawa, and homegirl Sky Blue making her return. God, fuck. Chicago crowds, man, they go hard for their hometown heroes.
This is another one where, even though yet technically I'm a Toni Storm fan, I only cheered for Sky. And this is also another one where you're likely going to hear me yelling. Because I was like, come on, Sky!
Yeah.
And I was the only one doing that. So if you ever hear someone yelling, come on, Sky, in the broadcast, that's me. This is also, boys, I don't know if this was recorded or not at the time, but my little bruise that I had,
that's
blood vessel that I popped,
that's
from this match when I was cheering Sky on and I started a clap fest for Sky. And this match fucked. I gotta give it to Toni. She's an amazing seller. And all that. When you see her on TV, it's a whole different level. You see her in person. Luther saw Christina's sign. Christina made a sign for Toni. It said "Timeless Toni Storm" on it with all these hearts and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, she's gonna think I'm in love with her. That's okay.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah." And you know what? She's into that.
She is.
Yeah,
I told her, I was like, if you write sweaty tits on there, she's gonna be real happy. She didn't write it on there, but I told her to. So
that's okay. Overall, solid match. I want to say good use of the undefeated eliminator streak for Toni Storm in order to build a match versus Mina for Double or Nothing. Especially with Mina being officially on the roster now with AEW being elite. Good use of Tony Khan actually listening to people mid-show and switching to Mina's old music post-match because people did not like her coming out to that new music for some reason.
Me and Christina literally who's coming out? We had no idea who it was until we saw Mina in big letters, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. What? That part was a little awkward. That I didn't like that either. I was glad they went back to the song at the end.
Yeah, you can introduce new music, but do it a little bit later. I think give people an opportunity, not oh, hey, this is this person that you're familiar with. Let's change everything about them before you remember who they are.
Yeah, I got to give it to her though, because she was able to make up for that little lapse there with her in-ring work. Everybody sold to the camera, maybe more than they had to, but everybody was going hard this match. God, this match slapped. It was another one of those, and AEW's been really good at this when it comes to where you have your fatal 4-way type matches, or even triple threat, where there's no lag time. You're not watching two wrestlers sit and chill and eat chips for 5 minutes while two other wrestlers fight. People are always doing stuff, whether they're in the ring or out of the ring. There's always something.
Yeah, the one thing I really want out of this match, surprisingly, is a fucking Azumi and Sky Blue run back of just them two, because they looked fucking great and they had fantastic chemistry together.
They really did, which is funny because I saw a little bit when it was Mina and Sky, where it both kind of hesitated a couple times, and it might have been noticeable on TV too, but you could see it in person. where there was like a quick little lag because they realized that, oh, I'm going to hurt this person. They're too close.
Yeah.
Or what have you. But not with Azumi and Sky, though. They were like on fire with each other. Like that, you have a rivalry there. A good one at that.
Yeah.
These two were popping off. Like I was happy to see Sky out there just in general. But man, did she steal the show in a lot of ways for the crowd.
Yeah, and credit to her for, not looking like she lost a step during that time off for injury. You know? Like, no ring rust on her that I could see.
No. The only, what you could, like, little, like, hiccup spots were just, oh, this person's too close. I have to, like, stop for a second.
Yeah.
Like, that was really it that happened in the match. And Tony had moments like that, too. Like, everybody did. But it's chaos. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Speaking of chaos, we got FTR calling out Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness, just looking to start shit. It's kind of great.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So with this one, I'm sorry, but you don't you don't mess with Nigel McGuinness, okay? This man is willing to go out there, put his heart on his sleeve, and apologize, thinking that he let his ego go too far.
Yeah.
Okay. That man is a saint, and Daniel Garcia realizes that and wants to use that to his advantage.
Looking forward to this matchup at Double or Nothing, because that's definitely where it's going to happen. Sneaking suspicion, this is going to make for a Cope return, and he's going to save his boys, or he's going to turn. Either one, I'm happy with.
I'm fine with either.
Yeah.
Tony milked this freaking spot. He might not have spoken much during it, but the looks on his face were more than enough.
That's because everybody loves Tony, and he's the heart and soul of AEW, you know?
Also, get well, JR. Off, our hearts go out to you. He was recently diagnosed with colon cancer.
Yes.
And he might be in surgery as of recording right now, actually.
Yeah, not 100% sure when that is happening, but get well soon. We love you.
The tweet that I read made it seem like it was going to happen.
Yeah,
the day where we're recording. So yeah, get better, brother. Because him and Tony have always been great, and I feel like Tony really has kind of filled JR's shoes in the meantime to step it up and be that guy.
Yeah, I would say like probably JR is just the voice of wrestling. He just is. You know, like you go back and you think about like a commentator who really, gave it everything and like elevated moments like nobody else. It's JR. It's always been JR. Like he is that legendary voice, and he's done a lot of things over the course of his career and brought a lot of people up, and discovered some people too. But credit to him for like mentoring people like Tony too, and passing down that knowledge, because you can't lose that in this industry. You need that to carry on.
Yeah, and I think Tony is like a really good person to take up the mantle one day.
Yeah.
I feel like he's taken all these lessons to heart because he's just a great announcer, and he just knows how to make every wrestler seem like a...
Yeah. And speaking of the commentary team, I also got to give credit to Taz for tearing my fucking heart out with his tribute to Sabu at this point in the show, because god damn, like giving him his flowers and really kind of like idolizing him and memorializing him in the correct way of just like putting over, like, no, he was Aura before Aura was even a thing. Like that was Sabu, and just the removal of the glasses, just like, oh dude, I feel for you. It's hard.
Yeah, we had a good, I want to say, because it cut to commercial break during that, and we had some like a long moment for the crowd for Sabu. We had our ones up for him, pointing and everything. They had some fireworks that went off during break for him, and there was some good music that played. It was it started off with his entrance music, but then it went to like a somber tone. But yeah, it was a great memorial, and brother, rest in power.
Yeah. He's gonna be missed. He was always a fucking worker. Like even trying to, like in his book, saying he would botch things on purpose just to make things look more real and to fuck with people.
Yep. Did you know Sabu, Walsh?
Like I remember him very vaguely. Like the names in there, I couldn't tell you like who he wrestled and what.
Oh god, there's some great matches in there, not just from his ECW stage,
Right.
but like going up against like John Cena and like the fucking everybody knows the leg drop from the inside to the announce table. Oof.
Yeah.
Just like that moment, but god, he's one of those guys that like apparently you hear stories of just like how he was as like a person. Like I remember I saw something like after he passed of some fan just being like, there was a time where like I was, you know, just me and my like blue collar dad, and Sabu was like paid out of his own pocket to get us tickets to see him wrestle at WWE. Just being that kind of guy, I'm like, God.
Basically a Dominic Mysterio type.
Yeah, basically.
Where you're a shit heel for the camera at times, but you are lovable behind it.
Yeah.
Just genuinely a good dude.
Yeah.
Less than good dudes, at least character-wise. We had a steel cage match. Samoa Joe taking on champion Jon Moxley. Just, God, everything but the kitchen sink in this match, huh?
This match was crazy. Oh my god. I warned Christina. I said, it doesn't matter where you're sitting at an AEW show. You need to watch out for Mox's blood. It doesn't matter. It's happening.
Yeah.
You just have to accept that it's happening and hope you don't get sprayed.
Yeah.
This was no different.
No different. Lots of just brutal fucking violence in the course of the match itself. But then we got a bit of a fucky finish in a good way to set up an upcoming match. So like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. It seems like Joe might take it. And then there is a hooded figure who makes an appearance and throws the championship briefcase to Mox to take out Samoa Joe and retain. It's revealed to be Gabe Kidd, wearing I believe a Newcastle shirt, out of respect to his countryman Pac. And what to describe here is the conundrum I'm dealing with, because the Bucks come out and they're like, they bring the cage back down, and Okada's there, but he gets run off somehow by Speedball Mike Bailey. He's too fast to be caught on camera. You only catch a glimpse of him.
Thank you, because I had no idea who the fuck that. Okay, I had to watch this show back, not only just to find me, but to also figure out who the hell that was. I had no idea. I couldn't hear commentary to tell me who it was. I asked Christina, and she's like, I didn't even see someone. I just thought Okada giggled and ran away.
He may have.
Like, because he definitely giggled.
Yeah.
He just laughed at the moment, and then we saw him run, and I saw like a little black chase him or something. I couldn't make out what it was because there was like no light on it.
Yeah, I only knew because there was no shoes on him.
It was like an Apex Predator from Repo coming out of nowhere after you clicked on him. It was crazy. Yeah, this was funky though. The match fucking fucked.
Yeah.
Like the match itself was. This would have been a 5-star without this weird funky finish for me. Well, because I was just so confused as to what was happening.
Yeah, like, it was all in service of building what happens, after the match, with them lowering the steel cage. They've got Willow and Hobbs and Kenny fucking making a fucking save, but getting just beaten down because of the numbers game and all that kind of shit.
Luckily, though, he was in the correct house, though.
Yes,
Alex.
Yeah.
And whose house would that be?
That would be Swerve's house.
That's right, baby.
Dude, we put over how like Swerve is the coolest and he is a made man and all this stuff, but my God, just the presence he gave off and immediately scaling the steel cage. Oop, I lost you boys.
Oh, I just heard that that you lost us.
Yeah,
Oh.
you boys just disappeared. It was too
There,
much.
Yeah, we were.
We fixed it.
There's Derek.
We decided that we had enough.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. It was the presence of Swerve scaling the steel cage in one swift movement, just to fucking stomp everybody.
I only knew it was Swerve climbing in the moment as he was climbing because I saw it there. Mm-hmm. And once he got to the top, I was like, no fucking way. No way. And then sure as shit, he jumps right in. He's like, what's up, boys? It's like, I'm coming in.
They build so much with Swerve, and they've weaved a fantastic web with all these characters right now. Because we've got Gabe Kidd being brought in, tying back to the Elite Bullet Club era and using them as kind of like a thread to tie them with the Death Riders, and being like, no, see, Mox, we're fucking brutal, asshole, violent sons of bitches too. We can, help you out here. Your numbers are a little bit low and all that kind of shit. But also like tying that to Kenny, and then Swerve being screwed over by the Bucks against Mox to tie in the team up against them, and just bring it all in. So to get us to Anarchy at the Arena, which my God is gonna be. Something's gonna explode, right? They're gonna blow something up.
I feel like they might try a exploding barbed wire match again at this point.
I think they might hold off on that. I do know that they have announced a stretcher match.
Ooh.
For, I believe, Double or Nothing. Yeah, with God, I gotta look it up now. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the match. Samoa Joe is a tank, by the way. He looks like a tank on screen, Walsh.
Ricochet Briscoe. Double or Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were talking about that after Dynamite ended.
Mm-hmm. But no,
which funny enough was Kenny, actually.
Yeah. No, Kenny's he's always got to give the the good night to everybody.
Oh yeah, that good night lasted long past the cameras went on.
Yeah, that's his shtick.
Because he just couldn't help himself. It was great. It was adorable.
Yeah.
It was adorable. He just kept reiterating things over and over again just to make sure it was beating your brain.
Yeah.
But it's awesome because you need stuff like that with stuff like this. There's so much happening. It's easy to have information just fly out.
Mm-hmm.
But Samoa Joe's a tank, and he came out the normal approach. Nice and dandy. Huge man, just a brick of a man.
Yeah.
And it's after he does his thing, we're all looking around for like where is he? Where's he gonna be? And I'm looking at all the different entries. Then I see the camera directly behind me, looking off to its left. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'll look over there. And sure as shit, here comes Mox. And I'm holding up the steel cage side because the other side of my sign said "Night Off Pod, Steel Cage, Steel Cage, Steel Cage, Steel Cage."
As it should.
As it should.
Yeah.
Because I only showed that one off and held it front facing for the steel cage match. But he comes out, entourage and everything, and I'm hoping that it comes across in the camera. It comes across more in person, of just how sadistic he comes across. He had a look on his face like, I already have 12 different ideas of how to lacerate your face when I get in here, and my own.
Yeah.
But the match starts strong. Samoa Joe, dude, I'm sorry, but if this was a real fight, as good as a fighter Mox might be, just one fucking chop from Samoa Joe, a real one, 100% force given, would kill you. It would kill you.
Dude, the fucking senton, just him dropping all of his weight on your chest, you're dead.
You're dead. You're dead.
He's crushing all your ribs, puncturing a lung, and it's filling with blood before you do anything.
At one point, yeah. Well, because Mox takes one of these hits, okay? Yep. He gets landed on, and you can hear the wind leave his chest. Even though this was not a real 100% hit, it still knocked the wind out of him. You could hear it. It doesn't pick up always, like maybe for cameras, but in person, you can hear it leave. Like, it had nowhere to go but out.
Oh, God.
And the entire match, like, Joe is dominating. Like, don't get me wrong, Mox is getting in hits, some great hits, too.
Yeah.
But Joe is so mad that you're like, okay, yeah, no. If someone doesn't come out here to help Moxley, this is over. Like, there's no way. And sure as shit, we start seeing the Death Riders come out. And luckily enough, we had Powerhouse Hobbs, Statlander come out.
Willow,
and
too.
Statlander and Willow, and Willow as well. Willow took a nasty bump, actually.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations to her for just re-signing, getting the new contract, and still being featured heavily on TV as it should be.
Yes, she's amazing, but she took a nasty bump that it actually did some damage. You could tell it hurt her because they were all checking up on her during this whole chaotic thing.
Yeah.
But then, we get the rest of everybody coming out, and then the Elite come out, and I'm like, why? And they're like, give me the button! Give me the button! And they hand him the thing to lower the cage back down, and he lowers it down. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, so I watched this part back on camera.
Yeah.
It sells better on camera than it does in person. Because, I had no idea Speedball Mike Bailey was the one who chased off of that. No idea. When Kenny comes out, the only reason I knew it was Kenny was because no one could help themselves but scream Kenny.
Yeah.
So I knew it was Kenny because he came out way too quick to realize who he was. But he's also like a skinnier type brick of a man.
Yeah.
And so you could tell by body size that it was him, like body shape. It was so much happening. There was so much.
That is the chaos of the big AEW angles. It just is. It's too much to keep up with, so you have to just pray it's caught on camera.
God, and this was another one where I you can hear me yelling this match because it got real quiet at one point, and I didn't like it, so I yelled out, "Come on, someone, Joe!" And I'm like screaming for Joe, so you can hear me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of those matches where it's like it's no contest. Like Joe should have taken that match. If there was no funky business, Joe was gonna be the belt holder by the end of that match. Because as I love Mox, I love him to death, but there is just something about seeing a fucking Terminator brick monster going at it and not slowing down for 20 minutes. Like,
there's a reason his signature chant is "Joe's gonna kill you."
You believe it.
Yeah.
Watching Alex, I know you know, but Walsh, you had this man, okay? this girthy man, if he was allowed to even take one of his shackles off, Mox would have literally died.
Yeah.
Literally. It is insane.
Yeah.
The chops that he gives, the cameras pick them up. It picks up the audio. It ain't the same.
No.
It ain't the same. You feel it. Every chop Mox took, you... Okay, this is a little behind the scenes action. So, way back in the day, Night Shifters, your lovely little bald man here decided to try something that he shouldn't have tried, that the government would say you shouldn't try either.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of went for a trip.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
There's a couple boys here who might have been there for this. But I got told to sit in a chair. A lovely little subwoofer chair.
Yeah, this is something that you saw back in the early 2000s.
Yeah. So these were chairs like for while you were gaming. Had subwoofers, so all the sound and stuff would be back here and stuff, so you'd feel it and everything. Emphasis on feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who was playing, but someone was playing Gears of War.
Yeah.
And I had to sit in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was being shot. This was just like that. Every time Samoa Joe would lap Jon Moxley's chest, I felt it to my core.
Yeah, it's similar to when you ate portobello mushrooms.
Yes. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's Portobello's.
Yeah. Shared
But
experience.
that same
years.
feeling. Yeah.
My orange juice.
My carpet never recovered from that.
No.
Oh no. No.
I'm surprised the neighbors underneath you didn't. Like, what the hell?
It's like Derek's feet had minds of their own. It kept kind of kicking over to the side just enough just to hit
It's
it.
a little magnet right to the cup.
Oh man, but it was like that, like how that subwoofer chair was, where you feel the bullets when you're playing the game. That's how it was in the arena every time Samoa Joe slapped him. Like,
Oh, God.
it was crazy. That man, and again, if he was allowed to go 100%, John Moxley literally would have done. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Like, the blood that came out of Mox's head would have been tenfold had Joe been allowed to do the things he wanted to.
Oh
So-
God, how great of a bleeder is Mox, by the way? Just
Oh
like,
yeah,
he's got such good blood for TV.
he really does. It gushes, man. And Christina asked me too. She was like, "Is that real blood?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" When Mox, it's always real.
It's always real, even if it's not on
It's
purpose. It's real.
Yeah, like
He takes
I-
a couple shots before the match just to thin out his blood, not for the alcoholic effect.
Oh no,
I was-
he's actually sober, so it's aspirin he's taking now.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
like
true.
5 baby aspirin every day.
Yeah, just in case.
I was telling her, I was like, he has the forehead of like Hulk, bladed
Yeah.
so many times you don't have to blade.
Yeah, Abdul
It
the
just
Butcher.
comes out. Yes. Oh, that's an even better example.
Yeah.
Where you don't need to actually blade anymore. It just fucking happens. You just touch the spot and it starts bleeding.
Wonderful.
But again, if the funky, this is more so because, so it's a little bit harder to follow than it is on camera.
Yeah.
But if the funky weirdness didn't happen with all this would have been a 5-star perfect fucking match for me, because both of them played their S game, their S tier game on this. Everybody did who came out. It was just hard to read it if you were on the floor. It might have been better if you were up in the higher seats to see. But goddamn, did this show fuck, boys? It fucked.
Yeah, like AEW is in top form this year. Like
This, the only way I can explain it to all you night show dirty book readers is that, like, your cover art for your books with Fabio, that's the level of fucking that AEW is doing right now.
yeah, this isn't your modern day romantasy smut. This is the old school dime store.
This is like your good shit. Yeah, you're good.
All right. Speaking of good, we gotta cover at least some of the WWE stuff from this week.
Yeah, we can highlight it, I guess.
Yeah.
Was there any good from WWE this week?
There's a couple spots.
I mean, I enjoyed
Called good.
kind of the build-up with Seth, Braun, Paul taking on, Punk and Sammy and Jay. We're getting something there that's, at least interesting. It'll pretty engaging. It's probably the one of like 3 things on Raw that was actually entertaining, I would say, because we had Becky doing damn good promo work again, I would say, right? And we're getting, Gunther being top tier heel shit, straight up, calling out Jay, saying, I'm gonna brutalize you if you survive your match against Logan Paul at Saturday night's main event. Very obviously doing some shit with WWE of counter programming AEW being in the same area and announcing it way ahead of time, trying to sell tickets way ahead of time. But good tactic. Bit dirty, but worth it.
They've always played dirty.
Yeah. And then a damn good match with the main event tag team action. Rhea and Io taking on Julia and Roxanne Perez. Getting some younger, newer talent on the main event scene for WWE is a welcome thing. It just is.
Yes, which, as we're going to highlight in a moment, but news about these two,
Yeah.
Julia and Roxanne Perez. So at least for one of them so far.
Yeah, Julia officially being signed to SmackDown. So
To
already
SmackDown, yeah.
main event status, main roster at least.
Which makes me think that Perez will go.
I'd hope so. She's been showing off in 2 Royal Rumbles and multiple shows post that and not gotten the official call up.
She got to set a record for a Royal Rumble as well. So like they wouldn't just let her set a record and not. There's just no way. She's over with the crowd like completely. So
luckily, yes.
Luckily, yes.
Yeah, but there was some decent shit on this show. I really enjoyed Seth kind of taking the leash off of Braun and him just attacking Jey Uso.
Yeah, that was fun. The Finn Balor AJ Styles match fucked.
Crowd wasn't into it though.
Crowd wasn't, but I was because I love watching AJ Styles wrestle. These two together are always great.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, Walsh. There's always something with AJ Styles in the crowd, and it's stupid because
I know what it is.
Amazing.
What's that?
Because every single person is enthralled just looking at AJ Styles' hair, just thinking, wonder what it feels like to just brush my hand through it. And they're like, oh wait, the match has been over for 15 minutes? What have I been doing? I've just been imagining his hair.
Yeah.
I just want him to lean over me as the wind blows and his hair just slowly kind of tickles my top of my head, my bald head.
Just
I feel like
dancing
that
on
would
you.
be one of the I feel like that'd be one of the best feelings in the world because his hair looks so soft,
Oh, it does.
so soft.
Always
Silky.
conditioned twice.
But
we
if that
also
was
got
a
lore
great
drop
match though.
before this match with Dominic Mysterio not understanding time zones. Which,
Oh yeah, that's right. And they're explaining
Got
time zones to him.
got the little skull,
was
the light.
hilarious.
Like,
Oh, so she's over here.
fucking great.
I don't think he understood by the end of the conversation.
No,
And-
that was the best part.
Like, and kudos to JD for even trying. By
Yeah.
the way, like, man, he's got a tiny head compared to you. He can't fit as much knowledge.
And it got overshadowed by this, but also the little bit with Carlito chatting up and trying to riz Raquel
trying
and
to
being like,
riz
just being like, I know you miss Liv. We can go out to dinner. We could use your card. I'll get you back. Fucking great.
God, Christina was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's totally
And-
fucking worked for me.
They're finally using Carlito in a fun way. Like,
yeah. Oh,
and Roxanne did great with this moment too because she definitely sold the shit out of being disgusted.
yeah,
Like,
rightfully so. Why is it always got
Being able
apples?
to not bust out laughing at the whole thing.
oh
Yeah.
god,
Oh,
it was so funny.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, that was the big moments on Raw this week. Raw was kind of like a filler, felt like, this week, overall.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get some major events leading up to Saturday night's main event. Kind of surprised that they're doing so much with the Saturday night's main event. I mean, we're getting as was announced on SmackDown, we're getting a steel cage with Drew and Priest outside of the championship match between Jey Uso and Logan Paul. So like it seems like they're at least attempting to make people want to watch it, even though it feels pretty predictable.
Oh, that reminds me, actually, because there was something that popped in my head, actually, when watching. So you want to know how little WWE behind Logan Paul taking a belt off Uso? They had Gunther come out and do a promo about how he's going to take the belt off of Jey Uso after that match.
Well, not only that,
He
but
did say whoever wins.
Yeah, he
Sure.
said whoever wins. He did say
But
that.
come on, let's
Yeah,
be
we
real.
know.
We know.
Yeah, we know it's going to be another Jey Uso Gunther rematch, and it's going to be hopefully better.
I think it'll fuck. I enjoyed what we got. I think we needed more time with it, personally, with that last one. So I'm hoping they give us a little bit more this time.
Yeah, that's all I'm hoping for. And then
About
the other
10 seconds.
Yeah.
If he can make, if he makes him tap in the first 10 seconds, you know what? I would actually call that a fight match, because it would be like Jay's like, no, I got your fucking number, brother. You ain't stopping me anymore. I would actually, as much as it would piss me off in the moment, I would respect that.
I kind of want to see it just to see it piss people off that much more. I think it'd be hilarious.
WWE, if you're listening, Gunther and Jay, I know you. Obviously, can you finagle it with your bosses so we can have a 10-second match where you tap real quick? Because let me tell you something. I've never tapped.
Yeah, that's true. And then after that, Gunther decides he's going to choke out Michael Cole and Pat at the same time. Just one
And
under
yet
each arm.
I'm the one who taps in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, no more! My boys!
Oh,
Don't
God.
hurt him.
But, you know, we also had SmackDown.
Yes, we did. We had a little bit of a feud starting up here, potentially, in a family feud, you could say. But not the fun TV show variety.
Yeah, that show's not so much fun anymore anyway. It's just kind of the same fucking joke ad nauseum over and over again for fucking years at this point. Oh, no, you shouldn't say that. That's not what you're supposed to say. Oh, it's on there. Damn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but no, Solo bringing in new heavy, the redubbed Jeff Cobb, now JC Mateo, and Jacob Fatu.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, boys. We cannot call him JC. From now on, is Mateo Elote Cobb.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Why not?
Yeah.
I could go for some elotes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christina, behind the scenes, Christina got real mad when she heard. She was like, "No, I like that name. It's one of the names I want for my children." And I was like, "Oh, how can we make this worse?" I was like, "Mateo Elote Cobb."
Oh, dude.
I got a question though, boys.
Yeah.
How big is the bloodline? Because like, does their family, do they live in Guam?
I don't. Okay. That's the thing. This is like Yokozuna being passed off as a Japanese sumo wrestler despite being a Samoan. We're just keeping it kayfabe and rolling with it because, yeah, the Filipinos from Guam are also Samoan.
He looks absolutely nothing like any of the other line members. And he literally looks like what I would try to, if I had to draw Jacob Fatu from memory, that's how I would draw him, unfortunately.
Oh, man. Look, all we need is The Rock to come out on TV next week with another PowerPoint presentation talking about some sort of blood pact between some different tribes.
Can we have the giant tree again,
Yes,
please?
yes,
I missed the
absolutely.
tree.
Yeah,
I miss
lower
it.
resolution. We're going to cut the pixels in half.
Oh, god damn.
And as we all know, those peace offerings were all negotiated by the Zayn family centuries ago.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that brings in Sammy.
Yeah.
That's right. That's actually, you bring up a great point there.
Yeah.
Sammy is the actual true tribal chief, just he's too humble to take it.
He's the actual roots of the tree.
He went back in time and burned every single bloodline member.
I forgot to tell
Check
you.
your genetics.
I've got a new.
It's gonna be me.
I got a new fantasy booking for the show in Mexico with WWE and AAA. I want El Grande Americano to take on El Generico. I want him to make his return from saving kids in orphanages and unmask El Grande.
Was it Cole who brought up El Generico in mid-match during SmackDown? I think.
I think it was. I think there was no. It was. I think it was. No, it was Wade.
No, was it Barrett? Sorry,
Yeah,
was
it
it
was
Barrett?
Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a sign for El Generico to be re-signed.
And I laughed because I was watching and Christina was like, "Isn't he retired and like taking care of like children in an orphanage? He has no time to wrestle anymore."
Yeah.
He devoted the rest of his time to that.
Yeah, that and saving cats out of trees. That's what he does with his time. Yeah.
What little free time he does have.
Yeah.
Yeah, send Grande Americano to help him out with the orphanage. I feel like his shtick's been going on longer than the Jade Cargill attack.
Oh, God, it feels like it.
It does feel that way. Holy shit, dude, that's so on point. You are so right, because the Jade Cargill stuff took for fucking ever, but we did eventually forget until it came back.
Yeah.
So there was a point where
they
it
forgot.
stopped feeling. Yeah. This has been a quarter of the amount of time, probably, or half at least, or at most, and it feels
so much longer.
Yeah.
It's like, just unmask the fucking guy already. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. All right.
He had a match at I'm sorry, they're separate people, but Chad Gable had a match this fucking week. El Grande didn't. There was no subterfuge. There was no underhanded tactics to be like, oh no, none of that. They're not even gonna.
Yeah,
let's just talk about
Chad Gable was in the ring.
Yeah.
El Grande's seat was empty in the crowd. We couldn't find him.
Yeah.
It was
fucking Clark Kenning it with glasses. Jesus. Look, all right. We had the Money in the Bank qualifier match. With Chelsea Green, Alexa Bliss, and Michin. Bliss ended up taking it. I'm not unhappy with this at all. The only thing I wish is that they would do these as ladder matches instead of just straight up matches, because I feel
agree.
Like at Money in the Bank, it's a ladder match. Like, shouldn't the skills be applied to a ladder match? But I guess they don't want to beat it over the head, leading up to the PLE.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
Beat me over the head with it.
Yeah.
I want ladder matches. I want more of them. I enjoyed the match overall. I think the biggest thing that it proved was both Michin and Chelsea need to move up the card.
In my opinion, I think it's time that we need to do something different with Michin.
Yes.
I'm so sick of the long back attack. I think it's terrible. It's the worst fucking move in her fucking arsenal.
It just doesn't seem that dangerous either. But I feel like she's over with the crowd. Yeah. More so than you would expect, in my opinion. More so than she's ever been. Yeah. And I feel like it's kind of time to have her kind of be air. They need to give her some new move sets, like a new one or two new ones. And
she needs a different feud.
That is a big one that was my next one. Yes. Yeah. We need a good feud for her next.
Yeah.
But either way, I think Chelsea and Michin look great in this. So did Alexa, obviously.
Yeah.
But it wasn't hers to prove, in my opinion. I feel like we all knew Alexa going in was going to look amazing, whether or not she had any ring luster.
I'm just glad they're giving her something to do finally.
Yes, same.
She's been back since the Rumble, and finally they're doing something with her.
I feel like I was really impressed with her and Chelsea facing off against each other. It was kind of special. It was really cool.
It was kind of fun seeing them team up against Chelsea right in the beginning too, and Chelsea just stooging the fuck out of those moments. Like the trip, and she just face planted in the middle of the ring was perfect.
I love Chelsea so much.
I know.
I love that comedic aspect to it all. I think it adds like a nice level to everything because everything's always so serious. Like, let's just bring some realism back in by adding some comedy.
It's good.
I feel like it needed that, because you need that little bit of comedy in a match like this to help put Alexa over more with her being back.
Yeah, I think you need it just to make it feel like it's not already like decided before the match even starts. Just something to keep people engaged, so they're not just like, okay, just fucking finish it already. Well,
and there was that moment where Chelsea technically took out Alexa and Michin, and that was that moment where we kind of get Chelsea wins. So there was a point in time in this match where it was like, Chelsea might actually win this.
Yeah.
For a moment.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for her, she's too slow and can't capitalize on things, because she has to lean into that moment of, I actually, dang.
Yeah.
I need to be like, yay. Oh, it's too late now. Now I'm about to get my ass beat.
Now, something that was not slow at all was Fraxium versus DIY. Oh,
hell.
Jesus God. Axiom and Nathan Frazier are just too fucking fast. They're just too fucking fast. It just is.
Okay, so I know this was like to help debut them more as a threat, as a tag team threat. I feel like they did too good of a job.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
I feel like DIY, as good as they were in this match, because they were great in this match, they still like were the ones holding the reins the entire time. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Fraxium looked better at the outset.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. Did you see this one, Walsh?
I did not.
No? Okay, so you had DIY.
Mm-hmm.
And normally the crowd isn't always gonna cheer or boo or anything. They've been, like, back in the day, they've been real quiet about them, but lately they've been a lot better about being vocal for DIY.
Since they did the full heel turn, I would say.
Yeah. Underwhelming compared to when Fraxium came out.
Yeah. Just
Specifically, I don't remember his name. Who the fuck?
Oh, who the
What's
fuck is
his
Nathan
name?
Frazier?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
People fucking love him.
Rightfully so.
They love Axiom too. And Axiom came out with this crazy ass anime fucking like side cape thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was baller as fuck.
Yeah, I actually came across the designer on TikTok randomly the other day, and she was just over the moon when he debuted that fucking look, and she's like, "Yeah, that's fucking cool."
Whoever you are, designer, I
Yeah.
to your next moment. Kudos. That thing was badass looking. Holy
Yeah.
shit. His entire getup was awesome, but that stole the outfit in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And it keeps the
I'll make
lore.
an outfit for Nathan Fraser.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it keeps the lore
Nathan
of
Frazier's-
Axiom being a nerd.
Oh yeah. Nathan Frazier's hair. I don't know who brushed his hair but god damn was it willowing in the wind he made.
Yeah,
Like there was no need of wind because he was running to.
yeah. The
Like,
motherfucker is going to
do you
break the
think-
sound barrier.
Do you think AJ Styles taught him to brush his hair?
Definitely.
Probably.
It's like, all right,
Yeah.
you got to condition twice, 200 brushes
Yeah.
every side.
And the
In
conditioner,
between.
you gotta get that the horse tail and mane. That's what you gotta use. You gotta use that. That's the key.
This-
You know what? I've got an extra one here. You can have it.
I always keep one in my back pocket.
Just it's a travel size. Oh god.
But this match was great though overall.
Overall, yeah.
It fucked real hard actually. I should say.
Mhm.
Everybody put everything on the line. Axiom took a nasty fucking.
Oh yeah.
Unlike our 2K series where we
Right.
had Axiom
He is
under
allergic to
one of our
bumps.
rosters. Yeah, he's fucking allergic to them. But in
Get
this,
out of the ring to avoid bumps.
Yeah.
God, he got thrown out of the ring and then took a bunch. It was, and not only that, he did a suicide dive where he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say he fucked up. His foot was just a little slanted, and he was going too fast for it to fuck him up. Like it
also-
couldn't hold him.
Gotta shout out that moment where he went for the springboard, but Johnny Gargano had grabbed the middle rope to make him fall. That looked insanely believable. Like there
Yep.
was like that looked like it was a fuck up until you saw Johnny Gargano there. Like I thought he completely wrecked himself, but it was perfect.
I honestly thought it was a mistake too, and I feel like it might have been, but Gargano's kind of saving the moment and making it look a different way.
Yeah.
Who knows? It was a great spot though,
Yeah.
and it really sold that shit heel vibe that Gargano is now.
Yeah.
God damn, fucking Gargano kicked Nathan Frazier in the face,
Really hard.
and I think it was a real kick.
Yeah, it was a good one.
And then Nathan did the same thing back, and again, well, no, I think this one was a flying knee. Actually, either way, this was also, I think, a real hit.
They looked
There were
good
some
out
real
there.
hits because people were going too fast to be able to slow themselves down enough for these moves.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh,
This
yeah.
match was the highlight match for me of SmackDown.
Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, this was followed by Aleister Black and Carmelo Hayes, because Carmelo Hayes' gimmick is just repeating the same matches
Yep.
until people cheer him, I guess.
Not only that, but I think Tessitore. I don't even think it was Barrett. I think Tessitore brought it up that if you like watching like repeat matches between people, you'll love Carmelo versus Andrade.
If you like repeat matches,
Yeah.
watch our 2K24 series where I put Piper Niven in the same match 4 weeks in a row and she
God.
didn't want to do it.
And making her lose, too, on top of it.
I
Direct
think I only made her
interference.
lose most of the time.
Direct interference from the GM.
You are just as bad as Aldis.
Oh God.
Yes.
Because Aldis has done the same thing to Aleister Black now twice.
Yeah.
He did the same thing to Andrade 6 fucking times.
Yeah.
7 times. Sorry, 7. Because he mixed it up. One of them was a triple threat.
Where do you think I get my strategy?
The real source material. He's keeping it kayfabe.
He literally calls Nick Aldis up. He's like, "What are you doing this week? I need to make sure I do the same thing but better."
No, I don't care if
you guys
with
never noticed the 4th person in the call.
Oh, you're at a funeral? I'm only gonna be a minute, just real quick.
Just real quick, yeah. No, I don't care if you're at the papal, like giving the speech, the eulogy. Just give me 5 seconds here. Come on.
Say your goodbyes, close the casket, and let's go.
Yeah.
Punch the body in the dick and move on.
Speaking of which, unfortunately, this match ended with a dick punch with the Miz interfering to make it a no contest and just making it moot.
God damn, did you jump on that? Because I was going to do the same thing. I was dick punch. That's actually how this ended.
Which means we're going to get another rematch again between these two.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I honestly don't know if you mean that the match ended in a dick punch or if we're just calling the Miz a dick punch.
He is a dick punch.
Both.
That's just, it's both. It can be both.
Okay.
It can be both. And it was both, actually. Yeah. It's the big reason though, boys, I think he did to help. He needed to get out of there so he could go and shoot the rest of the season of the remake of American Gladiators that I'm not going to see because he's the host.
Yeah. I forgot about that, even though I put it underneath Walsh's name that he was going to go on there. Just to beat up the Miz.
That would make me go. If I got the chance to beat up the Miz on there, I would.
Can I be in charge of the tennis ball cannon? That's all I want.
Yes.
Like, I remember watching those guys shoot the tennis ball. It's like, you guys are terrible. You have no paintball experience. Do you not know, like, how to wait for people to run from bunker to bunker and then shoot them?
They also don't know how to lead them back either. No. They couldn't lead worth shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need much, obviously, with the tennis ball because they're not that way. But goddamn, they would always shoot like 2 inches or 3 inches behind him constantly. It was like, stop pointing at him and point just a little bit ahead.
It's like, all right, if this is your first time, just take a couple shots with the tennis ball cannon, see what your kind of drop is, what your aim is, then start unloading the tennis balls.
Right, because let's be fair here. They got time to actually improve their game. The people, the contestants, they don't. They only get to go in there, fire that shitty ass fucking Nerf rocket that's never accurate unless you're 2 feet away.
I've seen them hit.
Yeah, no, I've seen it hit too. But it's basically like that Nerf bazooka rocket that you could buy back in the day that you had to be like 4 feet away from someone to actually hit them. But the literal disclaimer was do not be 4 feet away or less. So...
Oh, that thing had such a terrible sound as you, like, it's not even pumping it up. It was like cranking up that
It was
screen.
cranking.
It was terrible.
And that final, like, 2 pumps you had to do to actually get it to go were such a bitch to push it back down.
Oh, God.
Which is what it's going to be like to watch the fucking American Gladiators with The Miz as the...
Yeah, you know what, though? It might make for a new... like resource pool for some people because we might see some gladiators get snagged up from there and being put into the PC and learn how to be wrestlers like the old days.
Oh, guaranteed.
I'm just putting this out there. If they haven't started filming yet, bump the Miz down to the on-site reporter who goes up and talks to everybody and bring in Joe Tessitore.
Yes, Joe would be awesome at that. Oh God,
we have him
100%.
bring in Rob Riggle every once in a while.
You know what?
For no
WWE,
reason.
No,
ABC, NBC, I don't care who the fuck, whoever it is that's in charge of this show, you listen to my boy here.
Yeah.
You listen to my boy. He is spitting facts and he's spitting fire.
Mm-hmm.
You hire this man to produce your show. I tell you.
It'll be so much better. Oh God.
Could you imagine?
I know how to be a producer too.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if we actually got to have like Don Rickles host American Gladiators?
Isn't he dead?
He might be.
That's why it's so fucking amazing, boys.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't put that out there because they'll just fucking harvest all of his voice acting from his later years for AI.
Oh yeah. Don't
put that out there. Don't put that out there.
We are going to get it his actual ghost. Not only will we prove ghosts are real, but the first time ever they're just used as a host.
Yeah.
We see Zach Baggins in the corner just crying, using tears as lube because he just wanted to fuck a ghost, and it's Walsh.
He's over in the cock chair in the hotel.
Why do I have to fuck Don Rickles' ghost?
Because that's just
what
you gotta be.
Producer, gotcha.
Yeah. It's gotta happen somehow.
You gotta Weinstein this shit.
Oh, gross. Okay, I gotta get that out of my brain real fucking quick. Solo, Jimmy, and Ray Phoenix, another Money in the Bank qualifier. Solo wins for reasons. LA Knight comes out to get revenge on JC, and we get an impromptu match. Because, LA Knight's in his gear. JC Mateo is not. He's wrestling in jeans.
So, Mateo Loticab, like he could grab people, he could hold. Wasn't impressed. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't really impressed by this.
Didn't give him a lot to do outside of that standing moonsault.
Yeah, okay, if this is supposed to be his like actual like wrestling debut, and you're bringing someone out like LA Knight who can take a fucking bump, you get LA Knight to take fucking bumps.
Yeah, this was a bit too conservative for like a debut match, you know?
Yeah. I didn't enjoy this spot. I also didn't like after fully watching it, it made me not enjoy the fact that it was impromptu even more.
Yeah.
Like
it's just sloppy.
Just real sloppy, real bad.
Yeah. But main event, we got the much anticipated Tiffy Stratz defending her title against Nia Jax in a decent fucking match.
Yeah, we also got a little bit of promo work right before the match too to help like, kind of set the stage. They paid more and did more in that one spot than they did for the entire Tiffy Charlotte fucking promo work and money spent. Like, what the fuck? Like, they actually used an editor and everything.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like they thought that WrestleMania match was just going to be sold on like names alone,
which is stupid because people can't even afford the tickets to that WrestleMania. Why would they be sold on the names?
They're financing them bitches,
for real.
But good stuff
it's a
here.
Good match.
Yeah, Nia kicking out of the prettiest moonsault ever, unexpected. Really good use of like somebody kicking out of a finisher. I mean, there was definitely, it's Nia. There's always a bit of like sloppiness in her matches,
but it was kind of sloppiness this time. Yeah, it was good. Those moments where her sloppiness is fun and makes things a little bit more believable. That's what I'm okay with her being a little sloppy as long as it's at the right time.
Yeah, it makes it feel more real. Also, one of the best annihilators she's ever done, where it was like that mid-counter annihilator. Yeah. That was like the only time I ever felt it being like a believable like match stopper.
God damn it. Not only that, she looked fucking great in red. Like, shout out Nia, that outfit dude.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fucking blood on her face at the finish when she got kicked in the face with a chair.
I was gonna get to that. My lead-in was how her outfit started amazing, and then she added to it after the fact. But yeah, she got hit in the face with a chair. God damn, did Tiffy kick that fucking chair, man? She drop kicked that shit. She went hardcore on that. Yep. This was like Walsh. This was ECW like bring your own chair type of shit.
Yeah.
Like, the way she kicked that fucking thing, it was like an audience member whipped it into the fucking...
It was like a broken nose.
Dude, it was gnarly, and you heard it crack against Nia's fucking face.
Yeah.
Normally, like, when it hits the face, like, it's like a... It hits, obviously, but it's not like
but she took, like, the corner of it to the face instead of, like, the flat part.
That's the flat part. Normally, the flat hit... Yeah, that's what I was getting. Flat is normally where you get hit, but she got hit on the bar. Like...
Yeah, she took the edge of that.
Right here. Dude. This match was good for both of them. Honestly, it makes Nia feel like a threat again.
Yeah.
I was a little weary, I think, last week when the whole Nia thing popped up, or 3 weeks ago, I think, when the whole Nia thing popped up
because we're like, oh, we're doing this again? Yeah.
But, goddamn. Okay. And it cements Tiffy as the actual belt holder better now, because it's not just a Money in the Bank, sneakily take the belt. She beat the person now, fair and square. who had the belt prior. And it wasn't her who brought in that chair either. It was Nia. Nia wanted to play dirty. Or no, it was Naomi. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. It was Naomi.
Yeah, she was lurking in the background the whole show. Like anytime they were backstage, like, why is Naomi with her bright red hair and fucking caution taped outfit standing out, like not being stealthy at all? Loudest stuff.
She wanted to be more like Moon, and she wanted her enemies to know she was.
Yeah. Oh god. Jade making the save too.
Yep.
Fun a little bit there. Something to build on a little bit more.
This was some fun chaos in this match because goddamn, is it going to be a great match between Tiffy and Jade? Because that's coming. That's guaranteed. And that's going to fuck.
Yeah, there better be some blood.
I feel like with the way Tiffy's been wrestling lately, I feel like she's leaning way more into that hardcore kind of aspect, and it's paying off. She's proven that she can take some nasty.
Yeah, if this is like the standard for like Tiffany Stratton's like title defenses, rock on. It fucking works. There's something about the juxtaposition of her character presentation of being like that pristine like Barbie fresh out of the box and ending a match just fucking bruised and bloodied fucking mess of a warrior that works so well.
Dude. It has like Mankind about it, where Mankind, grotesque motherfucker, had to wear a mask to hide all the injuries, but goddamn was he lovable. Yeah. Like, and it's like Tiffy's like trying to emulate that in her own way by being super pretty and wearing super pretty pink stuff and all that, like that what you expect of like a poshy kind of girl, a poppy kind of girl. But she goes in there and whoops wholesale fucking ass and like smiles when you punch a tooth out of her. Like, I love it. I'm loving this run. Like, it just feels right.
Yeah,
it feels right.
Yeah. And the other thing that we got was the kind of underwhelming sit down with R-Truth and Wade to set up a Saturday night's main event with John Cena taking on R-Truth and just being like, it felt like a waste of R-Truth's charisma sitting down here. Yeah. Like Wade was giving them zero to work with here.
Thank you. I was gonna say, I'm like, R-Truth kept laying shit up for him to have fun. And Wade never played ball.
I feel like they cut it out. I feel like they cut it out. Like they edited out all the like sort of like shenanigans that we expect from like R-Truth, you know?
If they did, that was stupid because like with what little we had there to play with, R-Truth was making the most of it. I just felt like Wade was just kind of there. Like,
yeah.
He wasn't even there to ask questions. He like was like after the fact, like, oh yeah, I need to ask another question.
Just nothing. Unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
One last thing before we wrap up. Apparently, Darby Allin has reached the top of Mount Everest.
Hey.
Mission accomplished. He's still alive. Apparently, a record holder for highest elevated kickflip. Maybe he's gonna try it again at the top. I don't know, but
hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, Darby. Get your ass fucking back down here and get back to fucking wrestling so you don't die up there.
Yeah, get down safely.
Yeah.
Oh, skateboard down.
Coffin drop down. He's just gonna ride his back down Mount Everest.
Fucking base jump. Go!
Fuck, he's crazy enough to do it.
Flying squirrel outfit. Is the air even thick enough to even hold you at that level, though?
I don't know, but at some point he's gonna be like, I've been flying squirrel for like an hour. This is taking forever.
God.
Fuck it, I'm dropping.
Is it tall enough to where you could hit an oat? Like you're just still going.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's no more land. Oh, there's no more land.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a pirate boat. Let me go down there.
I honestly don't know how close Everest is to an ocean.
That's why I wonder, could he actually do it if he just kept floating long enough?
I mean, he might just like. We know Darby. He hates his own back, and he is just hurtling towards the grave as light speed. So he might just fucking do it himself. I don't know.
True.
You know what? Let us know, Night Shifters, down in the comments below. What is the closest ocean to Mount Everest? And in a flying squirrel outfit, can you make it?
Yeah, somebody do the math.
Do the math. Triangulate.
Science.
Let me know the angular momentum. Show your work, obviously. I didn't do that as a kid, and I got in trouble for it, especially in math.
Yeah, even if it's the right answer. What kind of crap is that?
Yeah, and never just rewrite today's date on like last week's math homework and turn it in. Never do.
So that's a terrible mistake.
Yeah, sometimes you might be able to get away with it for 4 months and then randomly not. So don't.
Yeah, and also don't use ChatGPT for anything.
Oh fuck no. Yeah, no.
Mistake. Oh.
No, use DeepSeek instead.
No, don't use any AI.
Alex, we need to start our credit count with Jai Jinping, okay? We've done enough Winnie the Pooh jokes and shirt cock jokes. Like, we need to start building the credit back, brother. We're in debt.
We're in terrible shape for any government in the world. Let's be honest. We are probably on several lists with just our basic ass common sense, having empathy for our other humans in this planet. Okay, we are.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for Walsh because of all the things that we've said that he's just been there for.
He's an accessory after the fact.
Yeah, he's just guilty by association now.
Yeah,
it's all right. They don't know my terrible thoughts that are way worse.
Oh no, that's for the Neuralink to find later.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Or spores.
Or spores. Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, spores have made a comeback, boys.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
Sexy ass spores. But that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week with post Saturday night's main event, but pre Double or Nothing.
Oh, yeah. And shout out to the kid as I was leaving for the night. He was like, night off pod. Check that out, brother. And I was like, yo, thank you.
Yeah, we're for the children.
Any of you,
if you did, comment it below.
Comment down below, brother.
Yeah, okay, that was me.
Tag yourself.
You were really nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Shout out to anyone again at the shows, at the show that I was at that came up and asked about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We had a few, not a lot, but we had a few people come up and ask. Mainly kids. So, Eddie and Derek, get better about the swear words, please.
Yeah, cut those down.
We're gonna have more kids listening. We need to cut those down.
More kid friendly. Fuck.
Shit.
Ass.
Fucking A.
Cock. But please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Tell your friends. We're here for them. Just like, we're here for you. Also, link in the description below for Derek's bald head and our merch, which we've got a couple new things in there, like title card.
Wait, that in there now?
That's in there now. Yeah, the title card is in there now. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think
also,
Derek had fun with the title card.
Yeah, he's going to have lots of fun with that in the future. Also, there's some fun sacrilegious stuff in there and some old school Americana.
Ooh, some like, is that Americano stuff like Grande?
No, it's American Revolution style stuff. It's regular sized.
Oh, regular size. So it wasn't made in Texas.
No, it wasn't made in Texas.
I like the venti.
That's gonna do it for us. Only thing left to do is say goodnight, boys.
Good night, everybody.
Buenas noches, night shift.
Title card.
All right, I gotta pee so bad.
Fuck editing, Derek.
Oh, he's gonna hate you for that.